Hey BoLS fans, this is AdamHarry here at the BoLS HQ, and we have a very special bat rep for you today. We haven't had one in a while, so we want to do something cool. Today we have Tyranids versus Demons, and I know what you're thinking, hey, didn't Frontline Gaming do that like last week? And yes, but we got so inspired by their bat rep that we wanted to do the same thing but different with other lists that you might not see at the tournament. So, I'm playing Kings today, and we're going to walk through his army, and then we'll look at my Nids, and we'll go from there. So, Kings, what do we got, man?
Okay, so it's technically Demons primary, and then the Crimson Slaughter as the allied detachment. So, here we got a big unit of Plague Drones with an Icon. Over here, there's a big unit of Plague Bearers with a Herald. Level 2, he's got the Grimoire, and the Feel No Pain, whatever. Next is the Great Unclean One. He is the Warlord. Level 2, he's got the Bale Sword. Then this unit here is a Crimson Slaughter unit. It's 13 possessed with Mark of Nurgle. There is a Sorcerer attached, and he's got a bunch of their special war gear. Let's see, he's got a Palanquin, which is going to give him 4 wounds. He's got a Force Axe, Prophet of Voices, which makes him a demon and a possessed, so he gets to roll on their fun chart. And he's got Demon Heart, so he's got a 2-up armor save and a 5-up invulnerable and feel no and it will not die. He's got a bunch of stuff, and pretty much he's unkillable until a monstrous creature smashes him.
That never happened.
Then yeah, that'll never happen. Actually, he's got Iron Arm, so never mind.
Right on. And then you also have a couple things in reserve. What are you packing in reserve?
In reserve, 2 10-man units of Plague Bearers that will deep strike, and then a Helldrake with a Bale Flamer. No,
the autocannon.
The autocannon.
So
yeah,
not
yeah,
a Bale Flamer.
Not a Bale Flamer. An autocannon.
Okay,
you know,
cool.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. Plague Bearers and the Helldrake with an autocannon in reserve. All right, so let me go pause real quick and take a look at my Nids. Okay, so my list is not your typical Nid list. It's actually a variation on a Carnifex wall list that I was goofing around with. And as you can see here, I'm going to run you through it. Sorry for the couple unpainted things, but yellow's kind of a pain. I don't know if you've tried that before, but anyway. First up, I've got a Moloch right there. I've got a squad of 3 Carnifexes that have Devours. I've got a squad of 2 Screamer Killer Carnifexes. That's 4 Scything Talons, or 2 sets of 2, and the Bioplasma upgrade and Furious Charge, or the Adrenal Glands, sorry. I've got a Walking Hive Tyrant with Lash Whip Bone Sword and a Heavy Venom Cannon, and then he's also packing 2 buddies, the Tyrant Guard there with Lash Whip Bone Sword as well. I've got a Venom Thrope to provide that fun cover against all of this Nurgly shooting that I'm going to, oh wait. And then over here I've got my Flyrant with Double Devours. Yep, and I've got 1 squad of Gaunts, just plain old Gaunts, on the board right now, and I've got another squad in reserve, and then I've also got another Venom Thrope hanging out, and a unit of Warriors to give me some backfield synapse. They are equipped with Deathbitter, Sighting Talons, and the one in the front there, right there. He has a also a Venom Cannon, so lots of poisony goodness for me. And then in reserve, again, I have 1 unit of Gaunts. So this is the setup that we're doing today. As you can see here, it's kind of an urban themed fight here. Our objectives, we're actually running 2 objectives. It's not really a book mission, but we're just kind of goofing around here. So I've got 1 objective near the abandoned McDonald's sign there, and then 1 up here in the big Tower of Doom with the las cannon. That is an Icarus las cannon. Our homebrew rule for that is that if you make it up to the tower, first one there gets to claim it, kind of like an automated thing. I think it's BS2 or something, or no, it's...
It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
No one's going to be shooting it.
It's true. We're not going to have bullets. Anyway,
and
so that's it.
My personal objective is to eat all of Big Red's
watermelon.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what we get to do. That's our payment for doing bat reps is watermelon. That's right. So, anyway, I have first turn. Kings, do you want to try to seize on me?
No, thank you.
So no roll for you. All right, here we go. Let me get started. Okay, so Tyranid first turn. kind of uneventful, to be honest. I moved up my gaunts there to go take that objective. As you can see, gaunts here, moved there. Down the line, everything just kind of moved up, staying kind of packed in together. My Flyrant tried to fly in and snipe out his Great Unclean One with 12 shots. I did 1 hit, or no, sorry, I did 10 hits and did 1 wound because he's tough 7 with string 6 shooting. So the odds were not in my favor today. Oh, but it's only first turn, and then he did pass his save. So it was night fighting, and then objectives. I think I mentioned briefly. We've got 2 objectives on the table. We're also doing kill points as a secondary mission, and yeah, we're playing 1850. Just throwing that in there. So going to the Demon's turn. All right, so the Demon's turn 1. These bad boys flew up here to take some cover. Everything else just walked. My Tyrant bravely weathered all the terrible shooting of 1 bolt pistol.
I have 1 bolt pistol in my army, and it shot at his 5 Tyrant.
And missed. But hey, well, Tyrant weathered the shooting.
Yeah.
He did try. He also shut him down with Shadows of War pretty good.
Yeah, he flew up right next to all my Psychers, so I only got 2 Psychic powers off. The Great Unclean One is Warp Speeded. Or Warp Sped, maybe?
Warp Sped.
Warp Sped.
Yep.
And the Sorcerer got Iron Arm off, so he is sitting pretty at Toughness 8 and Strength 8 with his Power Axe. So...
looking rough.
Come on, come on, come on,
bro.
come on. Let's see those Carnifex wall break on him.
Yeah, we're going to back up, probably. Anyway, here we go for Tyranid turn 2. Alright, BoLS fans, it was an exciting turn for me. Turn 2 started off with a bang where my Moloch decided to pop in, and he popped in right here and hit twice to clear the area. Did not clear the area, and I rolled a 1, which means he died. So he ended up eating 2 guys and committing seppuku. So goodbye, Moloch. However, the rest of the turn went fairly better. Well, it started to turn around. My Hive Tyrant flew in here. So he's still swooping, so didn't do a Vector Strike, but I tried to do a Psychic, the Scream, the Nova one, and I got denied on a 5, so shut me down there. But then I ended up shooting a couple of Plague Zombie dudes dead, so not too bad. I have Onslaught, and I cast it on these Carnifexes. That's why they're up on this tower wall now. And then they rained deadly Bioplasma down on these guys and ended up killing them, because they are Screamer killers, so they do have the plasma shot that nobody takes, because it's awesome. I don't know why. Over here, my Carnifexes moved up, kind of scattered around a little bit. If you notice, there is no more Sorcerer there. He ate a bunch of shooting. They hit 24 times and just couldn't make all the saves. My Tyrant lobbed a volley of heavy venom cannon fire onto him as well. Did a little damage. Over here, not too much happened. A little truffle shuffle. I ended up putting a shot or 2 on the flying guys there and did nada. So that's it for me. The other God Squad came in as well, and now we're kicking it off to Demons, or bottom of 2. All right, bottom of 2. The Plague Drones got in here, messed up some Gaunts, killed 7. They actually did 6 Hammer of Wrath hits, wounded with 3 of them, and I rolled 3 6s. So yeah, Gaunts have armor sometimes. The Helldrake came in. It totally jacked up my Flyrant. Did 2 wounds on the Vector Strike on the way in, and then shot him up. I made my save though, so he's still at 2 wounds, so he's hanging out. Everything else just kind of moved forward. And last but not least, some Plague Bearers tried to teleport in on the objective and got scattered off a little bit, but they're still hanging out. So now it is going to be Tyranid turn 3. Okay, guys, Tyranid turn 3. What happened? What did happen? So these Carnifexes moved back a little bit, fired another Bioplasma burst at this squad, lightened them up a little bit. Didn't really do much. The Flyrant flew over here and actually shot those Plague Bearers up. They managed to make a bunch of cover saves. Over here, more shooting went that way, across at that big unit of possessed guys. The Carnifexes, those 3 guys, the Dakfexes slid over here and then fired at the dragon, causing 2, or actually caused 3 glances, but he saved 1, so he's only got 1 hull point left. Go me. Over here, the Plague Drones are totally eating the Gaunts. They're down to 6 left after that close combat phase, but they're still hanging out, and the Warriors just kind of shuffled in, and so did the Venom Throat. So I'm just kind of shuffling around, trying to keep my Synaptic Bridge going here. I've got pretty good placement so far, and just trying to fight off some demons and shoot him while I can because he doesn't have much shooting back. So, and then weaken him and then eat him. That's my plan. Also roll 6s. Okay, demons. Bottom of 3. The Hive Tyrant took a wound from the Warp Storm attack. It was the Glorious Rot one, I believe. Over here, the Carnifexes didn't get charged. Again, I moved them back just enough, barely out of it. Over here, these Carnifexes, however, did get charged from the Plague Bearers that had made their way through the ruins here. So they came in through here, and they actually sideswiped me here before I could get into this combat, which, as you can see, ended now. He's killed all the Gaunts and moved away from my DaKing. He actually managed to do 5 wounds in combat and do another wound from the another guy. Anyway, he's got 1 wound left, 1 Carnifex down. My Carnifexes were not ready for a close combat and whiffed a bunch too, so that didn't help me. But good news is it is now my turn. The dragon flew off the board as well.
These guys
did pop in off of the banner. That's right. They popped in over here. They're sneaking on the objective, and of course they have that objective and the now the Icarus las cannon.
They have that las cannon. They hit the flying Hive Tyrant to try to kill it. He did its last wound, but he rolled a 1 to wound.
And I passed my grinding check. So good times. Good times. Here we go. Alright guys, so Tyranid turn 4. I don't know if you noticed, but it's looking a little light for me. The Carnifexes, the Screamer Killers, were like, let's do this, and charged the Great Unclean One from the building, jumped down on him, roared, did a bunch of wounds with the impact hits. It was all good. He ended up taking 3 wounds after everything was said and done, and then his Bell Sword was like, hey, guess what? Instant death. And boom, boom. 2 wounds, killed both Carnifexes. Take that, Hive Mind. Over here, I took a couple more wounds on the Carnifexes, but we're still hanging out. The Warriors decided to stop being Synapse babies and just get in there, so they did a couple wounds and then lost a Warrior, so we actually ended up down 1, but now I'm tied in combat. Yeah! Over here, the Hive Tyrant was like, hey, I've had enough of that las cannon, and took it over, so he cleared out the objective and took it over, and these Gaunts are still trying to figure out how to walk, so they've been rolling 1s and 2s to move through cover and run, so hopefully get over there. But now I've got the Great Unclean One and some Hive Tyrant. I'm hoping Kingsley comes forward again, and we do an epic throwdown of instant death weapons. So, anyway, it is now going to be Demons turn 4. Here comes the dragon. Alright, so turn 4 Demons. The tide, it shifted.
Yeah, so it was looking pretty good because the Helldrake came on and killed his flying Hive Tyrant off that las cannon. But then everything kind of went downhill. I tried to Grimoire the Great Unclean One to give him a nice 3-up invulnerable, but I failed it. And so he had a 6-up. He charged into the Hive Tyrant. Hive Tyrant did 1 bone sword wound.
Boom!
And I rolled a 5 for his invulnerable.
And I rolled a 6. So
yes.
So to be fair, everyone, just so you know, full disclosure, Kings and I have played this game like 3 weeks ago, and almost the exact same thing happened. Well,
1 bone sword wound. Instant killed him. And
Boom.
I couldn't pass that save. Had I not Grimoired, he would have passed. But I was foolish and greedy. To make matters worse, the big thing with my
scrum in the middle,
and a bunch of Plague Bears brought both Carnifexes down to 1 wound. My guys lost combat by 1. I rolled double 6s, and 13 Plague Bears and the Herald poofed, having only lost by 1. And now I'm gonna get Daked.
Hello.
Daked.
Over here too, just to notice, there was a Venom thrown up there. He died during the Warp Storm phase. We were going to have an epic Stink Bug versus Cockroaches fight, but Kings was like, no, Sci-Fi, you cannot have that title. We're canceling that right now. And the Warp Storm happened and squashed my Stink Bug. So now we're going to have Cockroach versus Doc Effects.
Ouch.
Tyranid turn 5. Here we go. Alright everybody, Tyranid turn 5. Over here, the Carnifexes got into it with the Plague Drones there. So we now have Stink Bug versus Cockroach 2. Well, actually, the Venom Throat didn't make it, so it's just Doc Effects versus Cockroach. Over here, the Warriors are chipping away, also taking wounds, but it's
trading blows.
Trading blows, pretty much. Good call, Kings. Over here, the Tyrant moved around, nothing too spectacular. The Gaunts happened to make all their moves, and they finally made it. We're just calling it 3 inches up per level, so nothing too crazy.
They are on the las cannon.
They are on the las cannon. Yes. And bad news for me though, So those bad boys are coming to get me. And the Helldrake actually regrow a wound as well. Forgot to mention that. So, it is now Demon, turn 5. Let's see what he's got in store for me. Alright guys, Demon turn 5. End of the round, or end of the turn, sorry. Operation Ugly over here was a giant bowl of Whifftown. Just nothing happened. The Warriors did manage to do 2 wounds and win combat by 2. The other guys popped, so it was only one guy left. Over here, the Helldrake flew over and stabbed my Tyrant Guard, killed him, and then managed to put a wound with shooting onto the Hive Tyrant as well. The Gaunt bundle over here, Bundle of Joy, held fast. These guys actually rolled and got fleet this turn, and
they
managed
have fleet
to
every turn, but they just can't move. They rolled 2s to move, and they couldn't assault. And basically, they've really moved about what 12 inches.
12 inches all game. Yeah. Terrain, it's your friend unless you're slow, and then it's still not. So, Kings, you want to roll into the game on camera? See what happens. Do it. It's a 5. Keep playing.
Yes, we keep playing. Yeah.
Top of 6. Here we go. Tyranids. What am I gonna do? Alright guys, bottom of 6. Carnifex is still hanging out. He's taken I don't know how many wounds and saves, but he's still hanging out. We did drop one more Plague Drone. The Warriors though got Vector Striked to Oblivion, and there was actually one left, and autocannon. It's AP4, so bad times. Over here, and I can't go to ground because it's fearless. So go Synapse. Over here, the slow but steady possessed finally got in there.
Right at the right time.
Yep, they pulled me completely off the objective. I had to keep coming to consolidate in, and I really can't hurt those guys. So Hive Tyrant, I don't know if I want to get you in there or not, but let's see. Is the game over? Bottom of 6. Here we go. I rolled a 4.
We keep going.
We keep going.
7 turns, baby.
Tyranid, turn 6. 7. I can count. Party time. Alright guys, so we just kind of fast forwarded through turn 7. Basically what happened, as you can tell, this combat all wrapped up. The Venom Thrope managed to survive getting shot at from the Helldrake. Luckily,
well, before that, the Carnifex and the and the last drone killed each other.
It was like a mutual annihilation attack there, but actually the Stink Bug turned it for me. So Stink Bug versus Cockroach 2, sci-fi. Give me a call. Over here, the Gaunts. There's one Gaunt left. He's hiding out right there, and yeah, the Hive Tyrant decided to jump in combat. We actually did a challenge, and he killed the Sergeant, and then. Yeah, so possessed or hanging out, but yeah, he pulled me off the objective, which was kind of the whole point. So we ended up drawing on the objectives, and then once we tallied up kill points, Kings was actually up by 2, but the Great and Clean one, when he died over here to my Hive Tyrant has Mind Eater this game from the Nid Warlord traits, which is +2 victory points when you kill IC in a challenge or whatever. So, boom. We ended up drawing, which is
10
bloody.
to 10, and as you can see, what I've got, including the Helldrake, 6 models left on the table, and Adam here has got 3 models left on the table.
Yeah!
So
I call that a win. I don't care.
We killed the crap out of each other.
Yep.
And I think this guy really won the game.
Yeah, this guy won the game for us right there. When your bugs are stinky, you use this insecticide there.
Something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, this is it for BoLS Bat Rep. If you like us, give us a like, give us a subscribe, hang out, yell at us in the comments for messing up or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching.
One last thing I want to add. This guy was shot probably 6 times.
That's the VIP.
Yeah, it was shot 6 times in this game. Changed back and forth hands, and it did 0 wounds. It did not kill a single enemy, even though it was shot a bunch.
It's because we didn't name it. We have to name it.
Name it for next time.
Name it for next time, kids. All right, this is AdamHarry for BoLS signing off. Have a good one.